Really, really, really. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, you guys. Ooh, let me look. Get in the center. There we go. All right, all right. Give me 1 second. I am getting everything set up. And to think I was trying to be early. I really, really was. Okay, all right. I got everything situated, I think. Hello, 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 you guys. Let me see. Hold on a second. Er, I had to pause it for a second. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear me on Instagram. Tell me if you can hear me on Instagram. Hey, Jareed, how are you doing? Hey, I am King Dami. Hi, Megagram. How are you? All right. Busy, busy, busy day today. Let me see if I can. There we go. Get everything situated. Hey, I schedule our meeting as proposed. Okay, great. So you can hear me. Good, because I had to pause the video and put on my do not disturb because y'all know people always like calling when I'm doing my video. Hey, nurse practitioner. Hi, beauteous. How you doing? Thank you for the pink hearts. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. So we are here today. We are here. I had an awesome day. I am hoping that you guys did also. And I am saying it was awesome because it would be considered a rough day through other people's eyes, but I am always trying to speak the positive into it. And so I will say it was an awesome day because I learned some things. And God knows I like to learn stuff, especially when it comes to my specialty, which is group homes, and then also in Arizona. And so we are going right now back and forth with Access, which is Medicaid in Arizona. And they are always I'm saying this with a smile on my face. They're always teaching us something new. They always changing everything. That's what I want to say. But no, they're always teaching us something new. And so I just give all thanks to God for having me in the right mindset to BOYBB. Who can tell me what BOYBB means? Some of y'all watching that have been watching for a while knows what that means. Hey, Co Pretty Red, thank you for the pink hearts. Who can tell me what BOYBB means? Because Dr. Mari Hayes was practicing that today. Okay. Yes, nurse practitioner. Yes, Ellen. I was being on my best behavior. Woo! I'm gonna tell you, sometimes it takes everything in me, y'all, to keep this smile on my face and positive words in my mouth. But I fight against the powers and the principalities that be trying to bring nasty words out my mouth. I pray and I I definitely work on BOYBB, being on my best behavior, because I'm gonna tell y'all, people try you. People try you. These agencies, they try you, but you have to be on your best behavior. You know why? Not just for you, but people that come after you, people that have to deal with that person the same day. So I held my tongue to save the people afterwards, because if I do something, oh, see. Sorry, you guys. Hopefully, y'all got me back. Let me know if you can hear me. Instagram, I told y'all somebody was going to call. I told you. And it must have been it was one of my kids because it's on do not disturb, so it wouldn't have came through. But can you guys hear me on Instagram? I know YouTube. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Instagram, throw me some pink hearts in the chat if you can hear me now. If y'all can hear me, throw me some pink hearts in the chat. Hopefully, y'all are back online. Hey, Krista. Hey, Natasha. So, yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so everybody can hear me. Great. But like I said, you just have to practice. It doesn't come easy, you guys. It does not come easy. Maneuvering, I try to choose good words. Maneuvering through these systems, it does not come easy. Yes, you have to make sacrifices of holding your tongue, of not cussing somebody out, of not, you have to in order to maneuver through these processes. And so, um, yes, me, Dr. Mari Hayes, the group home queen, I have to do the same thing that I'm telling y'all to do. But how can I tell you, how can I preach to you guys about it if I don't do it? So I have to practice what I preach. No matter how hard it is, I still have to practice it. So you guys do the same. All right. So tonight, I didn't mean to I just wanted to tell y'all what I was dealing with today. But tonight I am talking about a subject that keeps popping up in my consultations. I always try to come and give you guys information, you know, just to assist you, to give you things to think about, to give you some direction based on what I'm hearing a lot. And this past week, doing my consultations, this is what has came up quite a bit. Okay, so people are always asking me, should my group home be a nonprofit or a for profit? Okay. Should my group home be a nonprofit or a for profit? And you guys feel free, always, you can put your questions up in there in the chat. I will respond to them as much as I can during this live. But I do want to go over, I call it profit or purpose. You know, do you want to profit? Is your focus going to be profit or is your focus going to be purpose? And so that's basically what it is, navigating the choice on whether you're going to do a nonprofit or a for profit business. And so basically, I got my notes, y'all. I got my notes to keep me on track because y'all know I'll be talking about access all night. but 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 just to let you guys know, people always ask me what's best. It's really not a best in this situation. It's basically what model fits you and what you're planning to do. And so I just wanted to give you guys things to think about for those of you who have asked or who are thinking or getting started, just like the person that just said they booked a call. I know they hit me up earlier and was asking me about assisting them, and I don't know if this is a person from Texas or there was another person, I think from Connecticut, but I can't remember because y'all names be you know, out of y'all names be different. So my thing is it's going to it's going to it's just going to depend on you and what your mission is. KK like Bryce said, for profit, definitely. And it's not, this is the thing, people kind of think nonprofit, you can put in a salary for yourself and what you want to make for the nonprofit. Hey, Tamia, stop calling me now. But you can put in what you want to make. for a nonprofit, but basically there is no profit. You just reinvest into the business. That reinvestment might be salaries, it might be new projects, new properties, whatever. But that's kind of basically when you say, for profit, definitely. Um, you know, you really not you really don't make a profit, but you can put that profit. I mean, you could add to your salary or something like that. You get what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. So basically, with a for-profit business, and I just jotted down a short definition. For-profit group homes are privately owned residential facilities that operate as businesses with the primary goal of generating profit for their owners or shareholders. So that is for profit. Okay. The characteristics is revenue generation, a private funding, meaning you're getting paid from like Access or DCS or whatever agency, and however they pay you. That's where you're getting the majority of your funds. Now, some people don't think that for profits can get grants, but they can. You don't absolutely have to be a nonprofit to get a grant. You can get a grant as a for profit. I've gotten a grant before. I've gotten a grant because of COVID, but it was a grant and it was given to for profits and nonprofits. So don't say you can't get a grant, because what I received was a grant. Okay. Hey Narda, how you doing? All right. So private funding, like I said, so you're going to be getting money through, majority through like Medicaid or Medicare or some type of agent, DCS, or however it's paid in your area. Okay. The tax obligations. Now, for profit, group homes are subject to corporate taxes and must comply with various federal, state, and local tax regulations. And I'm going to tell you, I pay taxes. Look, with all the strategizing and all of that I do, in the end, I still do pay some type of taxes, a tax bill. Um, because my group home business is a for-profit, even though I do have a nonprofit. You get what I'm saying? So I do have a nonprofit that I work with my for-profit business, but they are separate entities. And my group home business, where I receive like the largest amount of funds, is a for-profit. And so, but my nonprofit helps me to kind of, I guess, take away some of that tax. I guess I'll put it that way. I don't want no tax IRS person to be on here taking it the wrong way, but yeah. So, um operational flexibility. Now this is one thing. They have greater flexibility in decision making and operations compared to nonprofits, often allowing for quicker adaptation to market changes and new opportunities. I have a lot of flexibility in my business on ways that I can do things. And I am a believer in pivoting. We have been very successful by pivoting, where people will just sit in something and just no. My business, because it is for profit, I don't have to go to a board and ask for permission and all of this. If me and my partner wake up and we want to change something, we put it in the works and we change it. We don't have to seek any other help. Now, do we seek advice from other people? Yeah, we have people that we use as advisors, to where if we had a board, they would be probably on our board. But we are able to pivot a lot faster, being that we're we are for profit. Sorry. Okay, so a nonprofit group home. A nonprofit group home is a residential facility that are operated by a nonprofit organization with a mission driven. See, non for profits are profit driven. Nonprofits are mostly mission driven. even though there are some nonprofits out there that make a lot of money. But it is mission driven, and any surplus revenue is reinvested into the organization to further its mission because it's mission driven rather than being distributed as profit. Y'all got that? So a nonprofit reinvested, a for profit, we're able to take profit out of the business if we want to. So that is the difference. Sorry, Leilana wanted to. Hey, Leilana, Krista's daughter. Yes, I was wondering what that was, but no. So that is the definition of a nonprofit. Okay, group home organization. Now, like I said, the characteristics: mission driven. Okay, the primary focus is some type of social mission, some type of focus to help people to do this, like United Way, things like that. They have a mission. Okay. um Funding sources, they basically rely on a combination, things like government grants, private donations, fundraising activities, and client fees. Now, nonprofits, you can you can raise money and ask for community donations. It would be kind of um tacky, maybe, or I don't know if I'm using the right word, but it would be, people wouldn't expect a for-profit business to ask for donations. Now, me, do I ask for donations? Yes, for my nonprofit, because we do help homeless people and mentally ill people with hygiene products and things like that. And so we do um, drives, and we ask for donations to keep the mission going. Because the thing is, you can't, I can't like 100% fund my nonprofit. I can't, because I do things the right way. You're not supposed to like 100% fund it. So it's not, I guess, it's not uncustomary to ask for donations for your nonprofit. So with a for profit, you really not supposed to. But people give you stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. People give me stuff all the time for my for profit. And so and I'm able to utilize that within the group homes. So yeah, so that is kind of like the characteristics, the mission driven, the funding sources, tax exempt status. So nonprofits basically kind of qualify for that tax exempt status, to where if you're a 501c3, there's an IRS regulation to where you can you know not have to pay taxes on so much money that you make. All right. And then regulatory compliance. This is like a big difference, because you must adhere to stricter reporting and compliance because you're a nonprofit, especially if you're getting grants. If you're getting grant money and you're getting money from the, I would say, Medicaid or something like that as a daily rate for your client, you need to keep track of what you're doing with this grant money, and you need to keep track of what you're doing with the money that comes in from whatever agency you're getting paid from. And so you have to stay in compliance, because, as a nonprofit, but really as an agency getting paid through the state, if you're not getting private funds, if you're getting state money too, you can get audited at any time. And so you just want to make sure that your books are straight and that you're on top of it. And then two, you know, regulatory compliance, you have another board. So you don't just have the agency over whatever agency your group home is under. You actually have to be regulated through your board too. I've heard of people getting, I was talking to this woman about it, people getting voted out of their own business from their board. So you got to be careful about that and make sure that you put in your bylaws that they cannot vote you out, because I've heard of a few people like recently getting voted out of their own business by their board. So yeah, so be careful on that. Um and you just have to demonstrate how your activities and what you are doing align with your mission. And so you want to just stay on point when you're doing a nonprofit, because you're going to have extra eyes looking at you. Megagram, can your for profits donate to your nonprofit? If yes, is there a max donation amount? You would have to ask your tax professional what your max donation amount is. But yes, you can't just dump a bunch of money into your, there are some restrictions, and so definitely check with your tax preparer or your tax strategist or whoever you're using to make sure of what your specific max amount is. All right. Hey, La Truth. Do you coach people? I need help retiring my dad, who's a pastor, so that he can pastor full time instead of working and pastoring. Nurse Beth, yes, you can book a call. If you go to the link in my bio, you can book a call, and we can see specifically what you are looking for. But yes, I do coach, I train, I mentor, I yes, I do. All right, let's see. Hey, Hawa, how you doing? All right. So let's see. There we go. All right. So for profit group homes, I'm just going to go over advantages. I tell you, I want to get it in you guys' head that it's not, I can't tell you which one is better because I don't know everybody's individual situation. And so when people ask me that, I'm like, I don't know all the things in play to tell you. So really the advantages I would say for profit is you got that flexibility in decision making and operations. Um, you have the potential for higher income and personal financial gain, because if the profits on the business, if you make a profit, if you've already been getting your salary, if you're a S corp, if you're just a LLC, you cannot get a salary. It is called draws, okay? Owner draws. If you are S corp, I get a salary because my business is a S corp. So you would have to register as a S corp, and then I get a salary, okay? And so you can, I mean, if I want to vote myself to have a higher salary, I just vote myself to have a higher salary. So, based on, I don't want to, like, I guess I would never put my business in jeopardy. Like, oh, I want to make $1 million a month, and my business is making 600,000 a month. You get what I'm saying? So you want to be realistic and have a realistic salary, but you can, depending on if you have partners or not, you can give yourself a raise. So you have that flexibility for higher income, personal financial gain, easier access to private investing and funding. Okay, so that's an advantage. The challenges is them taxes, y'all. Them taxes. Okay. I be fighting the tax battle. But I won't complain. I won't complain because, that's a part of life. But yeah, the tax obligations, the regulatory requirements, because I have a licensed home. Yes, people are always like, wow, you make that much money. But yes, but I have to be on my best behavior and adhere to so many regulations. And literally, if they call me on Tuesday and give me a regulation and call me back on Thursday and change it, I have to put a smile on my face and do it. So it's a lot. Okay. Potential pressure to prioritize profits over quality care. Okay. Some people do that. I try not to. And that's kind of what happened in Arizona. People prioritize the profits over quality care. Okay. I don't do that in my business. I don't allow anyone in my business. If I see that an employee is not for my business or they're doing something out the way, it's time for them to go. So I don't practice that. But there were a lot of people and not everybody that got shut down was doing that. I'll say that. But there were a lot of people in Arizona, in Nevada, and what was the other state? I think New Mexico, because there were businesses running scams in all of these states. They were prioritizing profit over quality care. Okay. So the money sometimes, and like this guy, the one guy that just got prosecuted for, I think he did 21 million in fraud, a young black man. And he said he just he admitted that he just got blinded by the money. $21 million in fraud. So don't do that. Don't look, let me put my seal on it. Dr. Mari Hayes said, don't do that. Don't prioritize the profit over, but it can happen and for a profit because you don't have that layer of, you have that flexibility. And then, so a nonprofit advantages would be your tax exempt status, eligibility for grants and donations. But like I said, you can get grants as a for profit too. But people just in their mind think nonprofits get all the grants. Nope, there's grants for profits. And then mission driven focus with potential for community support. So you're more mission driven. And then credibility and public trust. Because I don't know how many times somebody done slammed me because they found out my group home business was not a nonprofit. And I'm going to tell you, and people say mean things. Oh, you're for profit. And I'm like, it doesn't make a difference if I'm nonprofit or for profit. There's been nonprofits that got caught doing some crazy stuff. It doesn't matter what the, designation of your business. What matters is who's running that business and who's doing, the right or the wrong. So yeah, but yeah, I've had a few people like come after me like, oh, you're a for profit and you're dealing with mentally ill people. And I'm like, huh? I didn't even know it was a thing. But yeah, it happens. Can y'all hear me out there? Look, are y'all there with me? Throw me some pink hearts in the chat because YouTube stopped and Instagram. I see people coming in, but I don't see any comments. All right. And then if you're on YouTube, let me do my due diligence, y'all. Make sure you like this video. If you're on the video right now under the sound of my voice, just go ahead and like the video for me. All right. Awesome. Awesome. I was like, now y'all overwhelming me with the pink hearts. Thank you so much. If we do your coaching, do you coach us from A to Z like beginning? Do I coach you from A to Z? I can. I have people that I've coached from it being a thought in their mind all the way to having a group home. But I'm going to tell you what I don't do because I'm transparent, I'm upfront. I don't do it for you. I coach you every step of the way. I will help you do research. I will even make phone calls for you. But I don't do it for people anymore because I've had people, I did everything for them and they shut their doors like that. So I'm not putting my heart into it and my energy and all of love and care and bringing your business, your dream into fruition if you don't put the work in. And so now I do a mentorship program to where I help you walk through the process. So, yes, like I said, I will coach you from A to Z, but I will not do the work for you. Hey, Jerry. Hi, Out for Life. Is it okay to have the members targeted goal on the wall? Um, if you don't have their name, Pritzy Life, you cannot put you cannot, if it's just like a generic goal, yes, but you cannot put anyone's name or even their initials on the wall, because if you put their initials and they're in the house, typically, I mean, not typically, but that can be considered HIPAA. That's what a surveyor told us. So you can put the actual goal, but not anything, not their name, not their initials, none of that. Okay. Nurse, beginning paperwork and everything. Yes. Yes. Nurse. I told you, I have actually, I'm actually working with a lady right now. And she had a dream 10 years ago. And I am working with her from dream to reality through the process in my year mentorship. So yes, yes, we do. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Hawa. Thank you, Ellen. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and like the video. And so basically, things to kind of think about, when you are trying to figure out, trying to go through and think, do I want to do a nonprofit or do I want to do a for profit? You just need to think about assess your values, assess whatever goals. What is your goal? Is your goal is your goal with a mission in mind? This is my mission. This is what I want to do. I have a lot of people that approach me and they're like, "Hey, I really would like to work with um sex trafficked young ladies that are in the system, or they'll have something specific to where they have a mission." Someone like that, yeah, go ahead and do it as a nonprofit. If you just want to have a group home, with no, like, yes, you want to have a mission and a vision when you set up a group home. But if you have one of those specific missions on something that you want to do, then maybe you want to go nonprofit. But like I tell you, I never tell someone go this way or that way. I just give them kind of my opinion on, I ask them questions for one about what they're thinking, what they want to do, and then I kind of give them my opinion on both. Well, if you do this, then this is, and that's how I do, because I don't want to hinder anyone from any thought that they had in their mind, but I want to give you the assistance to make things clear. Because what does it say? Write the vision, make it plain. I just want you to be clear in what you're doing. Okay. And sometimes it takes somebody talking you and walking you through that in order for you to bring that out clearly. All right. Okay. So think about your resources too. A lot a lot of people approach me about, should I go nonprofit or profit? And then they're like, okay, well, I'm thinking about going nonprofit because I want to get grants to open my business. I'm not saying that there aren't any grants out there to open group homes. I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm going to tell you, most grants that I have put in for, you had to have some type of track record before you got the grant. So you had to have some KPIs, which are key performance indicators. You had to have like KPIs on how many people you service, this and that. So to me, when people are like, "Oh, you can get a grant to start the group home," I haven't seen that. If there's anybody out there that has did that, has got the actual grant, Not one of these little funny, because I know people are out there saying, "Oh, I can get you funding," and then you go on a call and they're telling you to sell some travel thing or something. Not that. I'm talking about for real, serious grant funding, that came from the government, got direct deposited into your account, and you have to keep track of it. If anybody has done that, please let me know. Please have them let me know, because I would love to interview them, because I haven't met anyone that's done that. So all these different people that are out here, and I've paid, okay, I've paid multiple people just to see what the plan was, or to participate in it, and I have yet to have anyone show me somebody that got funding, got the money for a group home that they didn't have to pay back, and started a group home. So if it is, I'm not saying there is not. I'm saying I haven't seen it. Okay. So if you experienced this, please let me know, because I would love um to interview you. I really would. So yeah. But um let's see. So yeah, so do a reflection too on like what motivates you. A lot of people don't even think about that. Like, what motivates you? What motivates you to get out of bed? What motivates you to keep going? Because in this group home journey, you're gonna have to be self-motivated. So you're gonna need to have something. Does profit motivate you? Does community impact motivate you? Or both? What motivates you? Know what your why is. I mean, y'all know what my why is and why I stick this out, because of my sister. My sister was mentally ill, bipolar schizophrenic. She came to stay in my group home when it was a senior home. She lived there 3 months and then she died right there in my home. And so I never wanted anyone that was mentally ill not to have a safe haven. And I know I can't service every single person, in the world or in Arizona, but in my neck of the woods, once you come under my, roof, you will have a safe haven. And that's why I did it. Okay. So you have to know that why. When you're going through all of this, when you're trying to figure things out, you need to know what your why is. You need to know what motivates you and keeps you going. And if it's profit, so be it. Just make sure that you don't place profit over quality care. That's all I ask. I don't care. If money motivates you, fine. Because there are some people, they are money motivated, but just don't let money overtake you. Don't fall in love with the money. You know what I'm saying? It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. It's not, I like money. I like having money. I like being able to get up and do what I want to do and go where I want to go. I like it, but I don't love it. And if I had to live without it, I would be okay, because I've been without it before. So you just have to know what your limitations are. If you just greedy, if you that greedy son of a gun, maybe you shouldn't be doing it for profit. Oh my gosh, throw some laughing faces in the chat, y'all, so I can know y'all here with me, because y'all got me laughing and talking by myself. I'm zoned in, laugh out loud. You're cooking, ma'am. Oh, thank you, KK Light Bright. I appreciate it. How should I prepare for the 31-day program coming up? How should you prepare? Have an open mind. Have an open mind and schedule. Okay, go pretty red. Schedule at least an hour a day. Just an hour a day where you focus on your group home. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I was consumed. When I made it up in my mind that I was going to have a group home, I was consumed by it. Sometimes you have to like really, if you really, really want something, a lot of people say this, but I hadn't heard anybody say it. You got to be so delusional. I hadn't heard anybody say it until after I said it. I'm not saying they stole it from me, but I used to tell people that you have to be delusional. So delusional. I mean, so you have to be so like focused that people think you're delusional. And people used to think I was crazy when I was working at the bank talking about I'm about to have a group home. They was like, yeah, you are. What you know about having some group home? You know what I'm saying? But you got to be so focused that so take 1 hour, just set aside, put it in your calendar. Anybody out there that's doing the 31-day, schedule 1 hour. That's really all you need. And do the work. Do the work. Because I'm going to tell you, this 31-day accelerator program is going to separate the serious people from the people that's playing. For the people that's saying it's 2024 and you saying you want a group home, it's going to be 2034 and you still going to say, you know what, I always wanted a group home. Or the people that's going to actually have a group home that's running. It's going to separate you. So all I'm saying is, if you're in the look, she done got me on the 31-day accelerator. If you are thinking about doing the 31-day accelerator, 81 people signed up last time. 81 people. Y'all want to know how many people finished? But the people that finished, a couple of people are in my mentorship now, my year mentorship. And there's a few people that's working diligently on having their group home because they were serious. So I don't mean to be pointing at Instagram, but she asked me on Instagram. The 31-day accelerator program, y'all. If y'all are serious about, you brought it up, Go Pretty Red. I didn't. If you are serious about having a group home and you want to know like basically everything that's involved over 31 days, join the program. It's only $39.99. You join the program. It's all platform based, and it will give you all the things to think about to start your group home journey or to get you through I guess what they call it, a plateau in your group home journey. Okay? I've gotten good reviews from it because it gives you a lot to think about. Awesome. Can you help us if we're in Cali? Yes, ma'am. I can help you in Cali. Hey, Limitless. Oh, you're welcome, Prissy Life. All right. Krista says, click the link in her bio for mentorship and coaching opportunities. Yes. You can book a call. It's a 1 hour call. You can only do it once. I don't do multiple 1 hour calls. So you get that 1 hour call to where if you have questions or you in the midst of opening your group home, you can call and you can book a call and you can ask us questions. I think we don't have anything open for the rest of this month. The last time somebody told me, they were like, I can't get in till mid-July. I was like, yeah, because people book those calls, but you can only book one. Because once you have that call, you should know if you want to just do it on your own, if you want to work with me. And the only way you can work with me now is through my mentorship. I don't do anything else because it's very, very time consuming. Because I be on a mission. Tell them if my mentees is in here, I be on a mission to get you to where you want to go. And so that is my job. Besides being an owner operator, is to get my mentees to where they want to go. And so that takes dedication on my part. And so I can't do it all, y'all. I can't. No matter how much I try, I can't do it all. I can't wait for the expo this weekend. Oh, Beautis, you gonna be in Dallas? Are you gonna be in Dallas? I get to meet you. Oh my goodness. Well, awesome. God chose me. I took the 29-day accelerator program in February, and now Mari is my mentor. Yep, that's true. Yes. So, there's only certain ways that you can work with me, and that's through the 1 hour call or the mentorship. And that's basically it. Because, y'all, I don't be having time. And I like to live. That's the thing. I'm at a point in my life where I like to do stuff. So I just can't be coaching. I could, but I don't want to. And like I said, I worked hard, so now I can do what I want to do. Yes, I will. I'm staying in that. Oh, good, good. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm staying in that hotel. I check in tomorrow. So yeah, awesome. I am so glad I get to meet you in person. Latron says, how do I become a mentee? In order to become a mentee, you can there should be a link under all the YouTube videos. Apply for mentorship, or if you're on Instagram, you can go to the link tree in my bio, and you can apply to be a mentee. Once you apply, I like to tell people, you're going to receive a phone call because you will be interviewed. And then once you get interviewed, you will say, okay, this program is for me, or it's not. Or my assistant will say, they're the right fit or they're not. So that's kind of how it goes. So that's how you become a mentee. All right. Or you can book a call. Like I said, the 1 hour call, you can book the call and we can go over it, because I actually have people that book calls just so they can talk to me about the mentorship and things like that. So either way, you'll get to talk to somebody. You're going to talk to either one of my assistants, or you're going to talk to me if you book a call, or Esther, Dr. Esther, because she does the calls too when I can't do them. I'm in Phoenix. I've been following you for a while. I'll definitely apply. I'm ready. Okay, Latron. All right. Latron said he in Phoenix. I think that's a he. Sorry. You are in Phoenix. I don't want to make no prejudgments. And let's see. Click the link in. Okay, awesome. Let me see. Do I need to scroll up? Oh, shoot, I'm missing stuff. Definitely interested in your mentorship located in. Oh, all these people from Phoenix. Awesome. Out for life. Awesome. Okay. Go ahead and apply. Where do we go to fill out the application for a DDD home? A DDD home where, Pretty Life? Is that in Phoenix? If you DM me if you DM me that question, I'll give you a freebie and I'll send it to you when I get off of here. But you got to tell me where you're located at. All right. Let's see. Why y'all laughing? Oh, and there's the link for the accelerator program if anybody's interested in that. How do I join? How do I join the accelerator program? There's actually a link in my bio also for the accelerator program, the booker call, and the mentorship application. There's also a link in there now for Legal Shield. Y'all know I am a Legal Shield representative, and I always recommend that you have some type of legal advice or legal support. And this program is awesome. Okay, so if you haven't heard of Legal Shield, you can also click on the link for Legal Shield. I've been doing a few presentations over this past week because I had some people that joined my team. And so I try to be supportive. And so I was bringing people to their Zooms and having a presenter, like an expert in Legal Shield, give presentations. So if you missed the presentations and you're interested in Legal Shield, you can DM me Legal Shield, or you can go to the link in my bio and sign up. It's really inexpensive. And if you're thinking about doing a group home, or if you have a group home, you really need legal support for real. For real. Let's see. Is transport required? Do you have a van? I do have a van. I have multiple vans. Right now I have 4 vans. And so it's really it's I won't say it's okay. It's not like they put it in there as a requirement, but this is the thing. I deal with mentally ill clients. If they miss their appointment, like if transportation doesn't pick them up, it is my responsibility to get them to their appointments. And so I can't just keep saying, well, transportation didn't show up. Transportation didn't show up. Guess what? Insurance will kick those people out because they're not keeping up with their appointments, and then I lose out on money. So ultimately, it is your responsibility. And so it's not a requirement, but you should have some type of transportation. Okay. So, like I said, I have 4 vans right now. Well, one of my vans is down. I'm gonna post a video. I was taking a video of my van when, when they picked it up with the tow truck. But and I'm kind of disappointed in Honda because it's like a 2018 Honda. Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed. Honda be slacking now. Honda used to be a good car. But anyway, look, y'all see how I get, y'all see why I take notes? Because I'll be all over the place. Is it too late to join the program? No, ma'am. Miss J. Marie, you guys have until Saturday night. I think it said, Krista, is it Saturday night or Sunday night to join the 20 I mean, look at me, the 31-day accelerator program. Let me know which night it is, Krista. Let them know in the chat because I can't remember if it's Saturday or Sunday. Finally caught you live. I had to quit my job today to figure job my AFC home. I closed job a couple of months ago. Thank you. Beautifully flawed. I kind of got what you said. You finally, I had to quit my job today to figure job my AFC home. I guess you quit your job to start your AFC home. I'm thinking, but it's kind of jumbled up a little bit. But I think that's what you're saying. Oh, you're welcome. Go Pretty Red. The link for what? Beautifully flawed. If you go to my bio, go to the link tree, and everything really that I offer is in there. I think everything is in there. Thank you, Go Pretty Red. Let's see what else we got. Hey, Chase. After the 31-day program, mentorship costs. Um, Once you apply for mentorship, Pretty Life, we will go over that with you. I told y'all I don't like doing it on the videos because the videos stay on here and then people contact me. And sometimes the price has to change. What do they say? Yesterday's price is not today's price. And so once you fill out the application, we will get to you and we will go over everything. Hello. So, in your group home, how do you handle food? Do that tend to become an issue? No, not in my group home. We supply the 3 meals a day. They supply their own snacks, and we do not let people share items, so it really doesn't become an issue. If that were you were asking, if you need something more detailed, Crystal, go ahead and put it in the chat and I'll answer it for you. But no, food's not an issue. We have a menu that we go by daily. We buy, based on the menu. And yeah, we don't have a lot of issues with that. Hey, Jennifer. Hi, lady. Jennifer is one of my members. Jennifer and Narda. Thank you guys for joining me. You can also join my YouTube membership and you get access to videos that other people can't see. So I signed my first contract to receive my individual licensing. Takes 3 years in Virginia. Will contract till then. All right. Miss Thang got her a contract. That's good. Good job. Good job. All right. Miss J. Marie said, I just joined the 31-day program. All right, Miss J. Marie. Yes, you will be. Look, you're either going to be like this at the end of 31 days or you're going to be like this. No, I'm just playing. Oh, shoot. Pretty Life. Let's see. You talking about DDD in Arizona? Yeah, go ahead and DM me so I can remember and I will get to it. Focus job, my AFC home. I found a link tree, just paid for the 31 day. All right, beautifully flawed. She said she just paid for the 31-day program. Sorry for the typos. That's okay. I quit my job to focus on my AFC home. I closed on my house a few. Oh, yay! Well, good. That's good. Awesome. We closing on houses. We getting contracts. This is definitely a winning Wednesday. See y'all, how it starts ain't always how it has to end. Y'all know when I got on here, I was talking about how I was dealing with these issues with access, but look at this. Through this call, people are telling me their wins and you just putting a bigger smile on my face. I'm so happy for you guys. I really am. Yes, yes, Jennifer, yes. How do you keep from having to work in your group home? Are your staff reliable? Honey, baby, Nurse Bethy Boo, let me tell you. Now I'm gonna tell you, I still work in my group homes here and there. Like, I would say maybe a month ago, one of my house managers had to leave the state on an emergency with her family. I couldn't get anybody to work. Guess who was there? Me. I was in town. I was like, hey, I got to do what I got to do because I have to support them. My team is awesome. From my virtual people, my virtual assistants to the people that work in my group homes, I'm just going to tell y'all, God has blessed me. Now, I'm not going to say I ain't had no bad apples. I am not going to say that because I have. But the people, the group I have now, if people that have recently left, they left because of like not because like we fired them or something. Like one of my house managers, he left because he wanted to move back closer to his grandchild. One of my virtual people, she is excelling. She's one of my mentees and her business is booming. So she left. So it's like I have been blessed with like through prayer. What they say, these things only go out through prayer and fasting, honey. I got people at my job that be praying and fasting for my business. That's how tight we are. Like seriously, my chief operating officer, she leads fast for my business. And she'll be like, okay, y'all, we're gonna fast from sun up to sundown or whatever it is, because my team is very, very tight and it takes a while to get there. So the majority of the time, me working in my homes is me showing up at a home on Mother's Day, telling one of my, you know, employees, Go spend time with your family. I'm gonna work this shift. And they still get paid. So I do things like that to keep morale up. You have to do what you can do. I can afford to do that now. You may not be able to. So I'm always thinking of ways. I one of my employees had a flat tire. My transportation guy, I said, "Hey, you got some free time today?" She got a flat tire. He went over there, he changed her tire because she didn't have roadside assistance. So he went over there, he helped her get her tire, got her car back on the road so she could get to work. So it's things that I do, it's things that I can't afford to do. Like I don't have some great benefit program, but it's things that I do for my employees to keep us, grounded together. I try to be supportive if they have things going on in their life. I try to do that. I paid down payments on homes for people before. I had a really, really good worker. She used to work for me, and her and her husband wanted to buy a house, and she came to me and asked me. She said, "We found the house we want. Da da da. Can you help me?" And I helped her. I gave her, a loan to pay her down payment. And so things like that, I do. I do what I can because I want reliable and consistent staff. And so that's what I get because I'm consistent to them. I'm reliable to them. I make sure no matter what, if I got to drive around checks because we done had some screw ups with payroll, we write checks out. I will drive around. I will meet you. I will do whatever because I always promise my people that they will get paid. So there's things that I do that other people don't do, I guess, or other people may not have the opportunity to do. There's things that I do for my employees because I'm reliable and consistent to them because I want them to be reliable and consistent to me. So that's why y'all see me everywhere because my employees be at work, you know, and I relieve them when I can. Let's see. Hello. Oh, we got an Alaska person on here. Man, I'm almost international, y'all. Nah, that's awesome. Hello, hello. So, how long have you ran a group home? For 8 years. It's been 8 years now. So it don't take long. You just have to have systems, y'all. You have to be intentional. I was very intentional. At first, I was just trying to figure it out, but then I was very intentional about what I wanted to do with my group homes and how I wanted to, get the word out about group homes. Yes, Latron, praying and fasting. Man, I'm a believer and look, and I ain't afraid to tell people. Some people don't like it, but oh well, I'm a believer. And so yes, we fast and we pray. Let's see. How do you keep okay? So I read that, Nurse Bethley. I hope I answered that good for you. Miss J said I'm all in. Okay, okay. Schedule. Y'all put it on. Start putting it in your phone or whatever right now. Put that hour that you know that you can commit to do the work. Because in the end, when you finish that workbook, it's going to pay off. It is. I have been working with individuals with experience disabilities for over a decade, and I'm a month away from opening. Yay, good. That's awesome. Yes, it's nothing like I mean, it's good to work for it, but to have your own, that's another level, you know? That's another level. I'm proud of you. Beautifully flawed said, I'm ready. Okay, nerd Bethy Boo. Thank you for your time. I'm going to try again to sign up. If I don't hear back, I'll be in your DMs. Okay. It be a lot. It goes down in the DMs, y'all. It be going down in my DMs. Yes, you did answer really well. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Hey, Great Towing Services. Hey, Nay McFarley. All right, you guys. So yeah, so like I said, profit or nonprofit, you guys, it's it's kind of up to you. I did want to give a book recommendation too. Starting and Managing a Nonprofit Organization, a Legal Guide. It's a book out there called that. Starting and Managing a Nonprofit Organization. That book was pretty helpful. And so if you are looking for something to read in regards to starting a nonprofit, if you're thinking about it, then check it out. Starting and Managing a Nonprofit Organization, a Legal Guide. So it kind of gives you that legal aspect of it. So you just not jumping out there trying to do what the masses is doing, because that's the thing now. Start a nonprofit, get business funding. Start a nonprofit, get business funding. And ain't nothing wrong with it, y'all. It's just sometimes you have to some people get irritated with me when I say, well, it depends. It actually depends. A lot of stuff depends on certain things. So you can't just put everybody into one category, especially when it comes to something like group homes, because there's a plethora of group homes. There's different kinds of group homes. So you just can't say, okay, this is how things are going to go. Or you just can't say, you can do a licensed group home no matter where you are. No, you can't. There are some states and cities where you cannot do unlicensed group homes. So, like I said, I am always going to say it depends, because it does depend. And it depends on you. Some people don't want to put in the, 60 hours a week that I was putting in, or the 80 hours a week that I was putting in. Some people are like, I want to be hands off. So it's going to depend. So, yeah. So I don't like grouping everybody into one category. I like to be more specific. I like to narrow things down and niche things down, because it just makes for a more realistic, you know. I don't want someone being frustrated with me because, well, Mari said that you can. No, I'm always going to tell y'all it depends, because that's the truth. Yes, sir. So yeah. So that's basically it, you guys. So let me do a poll real quick. I just want to see. So a lot of you guys on here either have a group home or you're thinking about doing a group home. So go ahead and put in the chat if you're going to do profit or nonprofit. I just kind of want to see. I want to see something. I want to see something. So let me know who wants to do for profit, who wants to do a nonprofit. Oh shoot. I look. Let me do this. Let me do this. I just saw this pop up. Let's see. I didn't even know I could do a poll. All right. So let's see. On Instagram, we got, I need help. I want everything done for me. You're in the wrong place, North King. I just went over this earlier. I don't do everything for you. So, yeah, I am not the one. I don't do that anymore. Out for Life said profit. Miss J said not sure. That's okay. You should love me said profit. Nay McFarley says for profit. All right. So we got a few for profit and a few. Nope, we got one nonprofit. The rest are for profit over here. So let's see. Oh shoot, YouTube, we got 100% for profit. 100%. Nobody's doing a nonprofit on YouTube. Oh my goodness. Ain't nothing wrong with believing going on. Yes, prayer and fasting. Yes. New sub now. Oh, we got one nonprofit. God chose me, said nonprofit. All right, I'm just curious. I just wanted to see. But yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed tonight, you guys. I especially enjoyed the wins that you guys sent me. I really did. I love it. That's why I do Winning Wednesday. It ain't all about me. It's not. Sometimes I come in here and I be thinking it's all about me. And then y'all show up and y'all show me that it's not. So I'm so happy for the contracts that have been received, for the closing of the houses that have been received, for those of you that have joined the 31-day accelerator program because you are ready to accelerate your group home journey. I'm so happy. Let me just look. Let me do my announcements. We at the end of church. The work series is this Friday and Saturday. I will be in Dallas Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We will be there Friday night. We are doing a meet and greet. So if you are close to the Dallas, Texas area and you would like to come to our meet and greet, it is absolutely free. Anybody can come. You can bring whoever. Please come out. Our meet and greets are normally off the chain. So, yes, come out, network. There will be so many. Last time we were in Dallas, there were investors, there were property, I guess, what do you call them? Property investors or realtors, real estate people. There were group home owners. There were all kinds of people. There were influencers off of Instagram there. There were all kind of people there. So it was just a really, really good mix. Family members came too. So yeah, so if you're in the Dallas, Texas area or you know anyone in the area, go ahead and come out. The information is on my Instagram and my YouTube. Also too, don't forget the 31-day accelerator program. The enrollment ends the last day of the month because we like to start together. But I think you have until the day before the last day, if I'm not mistaken, because we like to start together on the 1st. July 1st is the start date. And so if you're interested in the accelerator program, make sure you go ahead and get signed up for that. Um, I think that's it. I think that's it, you guys. That's all I have for you. So, yeah, so I appreciate you guys joining me. If you have not liked the video on YouTube, make sure you like the video. I appreciate all the comments, you guys. And y'all know, where do I send my question about the 31-day program? If you have a question, just go ahead and DM me, and one of my assistants will get that answered for you. Okay. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good night. And as I always say, be a blessing to someone else. Bye.